I took the assessment activity 9-1, Life Stressors, in our text on page 327. My score was 375. The results fell into the category of moderate level. Moderate range is 250 to 500. Select one of the relaxation techniques that are listed in Chapter 9 of your text and practice the method. I chose deep breathing as my relaxation technique for a couple of reasons. Mainly because I actually practice and use this technique daily. It is also one of the easiest of the listed techniques to actually demonstrate. Were you surprised with your life stressor scores? Why or why not? I was not surprised with my score. I know that I have had some major stressful events in the past year. I have completely changed my diet and interviewed for and received a promotion at work to become a field training officer, which comes with even more responsibility. Our family used to have our holiday parties at my sister's house, but she moved, prompting a change in location to my house. I was the chief union steward for my workplace, and I was often called upon to represent coworkers to management. I had a coworker that was frustrating to work with. I went on vacation for spring break with my teenage daughter and my mother. We went to Florida, and I did all the driving, both ways. I was brave enough to return to college. Lastly, I bought a new vehicle for my daughter after she totaled her first car. What major stressors are impacting your wellness? I think my biggest stressor is returning to college. I have not participated in formal education for over 25 years. I'm trying to manage going back to school, fitting in time to study, time to do my assignments, and continue to work 50 hours per week as a paramedic on an ambulance. I would actually rather deal with taking care of a person in cardiac arrest. I have done that more often. I feel comfortable doing it, and am familiar with all the requirements, and I know that I can provide excellent patient care. That is how much stress I feel about school. Which dimensions of wellness are impacted by stress? When I look at a graphic showing the dimensions of wellness, physical, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, occupational, social, and environmental, I can think of many reasons why each could significantly be impacted by stress. Stress can affect everything. However, for this assignment, if I actually went into detail how each could be impacted, my video would be way over my time limit. Describe and demonstrate the relaxation technique that you tried in your video journal. I chose to demonstrate deep breathing. I use this multiple times daily, and it works for me. Breathe deeply. Fill your lungs with as much air as you possibly can. Then slowly blow the air out through gently pursed lips. Place your hand on your abdomen, just above your navel. You should be able to feel your hand rising up if you're taking deep enough breaths. Then sit quietly and rest for a few minutes. Do you think the relaxation technique you tried would be effective in reducing your stress level if practiced on a regular basis? Why or why not? Yes, I do. As I mentioned earlier in this week's journal, I use this daily, and it absolutely works for me. What are the major health risks and diseases associated with distress? Long-term stress is awfully hard on the body. It actually causes a state of chronic inflammation that sets a person up for some significant health issues. It can cause problems with joint function, set you up for diabetes, wreak havoc on your brain and blood vessels. Stress can cause heart disease, ulcers, headaches, and depression. What I know for sure is stress can be harmful to every body system. What 2 strategies that effectively deal with distress would you consider using on a weekly basis? When I am stressed, I like to go out to my barn and hang out with my goats. They are always happy to see me. They love the extra attention. I use this time to separate myself from a stressful situation. I laugh at the babies jumping and having a good time. I always feel better after spending time in the barn. I also enjoy a soak in the jetted tub in the bathroom. I light candles and just relax under the bubbles until the water cools off. Those are my 2 go-to strategies, along with deep breathing, to manage stress.